And we're back with Beers in Gears, episode 19. I'm Blade.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ty Webster.
Got Ty Webster on. So that answers one. Who are you and where are you from?
I'm from Monroe, Wisconsin. I've lived there my whole life. I don't know where else I'd really want to live if I had to move someplace.
It's not too far out of the way to get to the track.
No, we're about 30 minutes from Darlington. Hour 15 from Dubuque. Not too bad.
Yeah. I forget you run down there too.
I run a lot of places up toward the end of the year, so we'll see where we end up.
So, what was your first racing experience?
Oh, boy. First racing experience, I think, would be probably Sugar River Raceway when I was like 5. I started in go-karts.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Started going through go-karts, went to snowmobiles.
Jeez.
Ended up going through those for a while, took a break from sleds, and I've been fortunate enough to get into a late model now, and I still do sled stuff in the wintertime. So.
That sounds like an absolute blast.
No kidding.
Eric Bowe's kids race over at Sugar River now.
Is it?
Yep.
Nice. I love that place. I've had a lot of good experiences there. Never a bad one.
And they're changing up the track pretty.
Yeah.
Recently, they're moving some things around.
That's what I hear. I haven't been there this year yet. I went there last year for a couple of Turnkey Thursdays, and it was still a lot of fun.
I have yet to take anything around that track. Every time they're like, we're gonna get the rentals out for free after the race, and we bring all our stuff. We're like, we'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Them rentals are a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
We still have to get our carts to the track one of these times.
Yeah, we're building some little things.
Are you?
Got a little yard cart out there that those F1 body carts that come with like a 3-horse engine on them.
Yep.
Well, he got one from his aunt that somebody had stole,
Yeah.
and it was all cobbled up, and they put big tires on it, and they tried to put a big motor on it, but bent the frame because it's an adult riding in it. So I cut it all up and fixed it up and braced it up.
Yep.
That one's getting a 5-horse engine in it, and then I've got Eric gave me an old racing cart.
Yeah,
looks like it used to be an old lay down cart.
Yeah,
but it's converted to a sit up cart.
Yeah,
and we're putting a Predator on that 212.
I ran.
See what happens there.
I used to run the old DX200s.
Okay.
And a little heavier valve spring and get more RPM out of them. So.
Mm-hmm.
Still had run a restrictor plate though. That was kind of dumb on a go kart, but
I can't believe what people can get out of those go karts.
Yeah, I've been clocked at right around 52 mile an hour.
Man, that's a car I'd want to ride in. I'll tell you what.
It's pretty quick. I went around there fastest lap time like a 38.4 in my own stuff.
So like a Predator's what, like a 5.5 or something?
Yeah, something like that, 5.5, 6.
So there. Online, I was watching this video. This guy took one of those and turned it into a 40 horsepower engine.
Really? Oh boy!
And they took the flywheel out of it. It's like 3,500. And now it turns $8,000.
So like taking time bombs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's insane what he's doing to this. I'm like, put that on a go kart.
Oh, that'd be Yeah,
it has to be factory appearing for his class, and that's what he did do it.
I guess maybe you can make happen in a factory appearing.
There's a lot of leeway in factory appearing.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of leeway. There's a lot of leeway in everything if you look in the right spot.
So, growing up, some of your favorite drivers, who do you think?
I only got one really. Scott Bloomquist.
Yep.
He's my idol, and
he's my dirt idol right there.
Yeah, last year he died in middle of August. That kind of hit me pretty hard. And want to do some stuff for him this year, and that's where my white car came from in Dubuque. It's a throwback Timber from the 90s. So.
I was happy to see that. we were rooting for you just on that.
Yeah,
fact.
I've had a lot of confidence on that car over the year, and a lot of the SMR boys come up and said that's a nice little car. And that's kind of where my spirals came from.
There you go, yeah.
So,
we thought about doing that for a Bloomquist paint scheme on like a hobby stock or something, but we expected there to be a lot of Bloomquist paint schemes. Yep. So we're like, maybe do something more us.
Sure. I've seen a lot of the 0. I haven't seen many of the 18. It was maybe a number 18. I'm like, well, he started in 18. I think he was way, way back when he first started. He used to be almost even a 40 number or a 50 number.
It was 50.
When he's on asphalt.
Yep.
And he went to 18 when he converted over to dirt.
17.
Yeah, that's
17 because he started at 17 years old.
Yeah, to 17.
And he switched it to 18 for 5 yeyears.
Yep.
And then somebody told him that the universe is built of nothing but zeros.
Yep.
So and then he changed it to 0.
I had the opportunity to talk to him. We used to go to Eldora Speedway quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him, I said, why did you end up changing from 18 to 0? And I don't remember. He left the country once. He got talking with his people over there, and he said, everything is 0, and it's almost like an infinity.
Yep.
And that does make a lot of sense. You know, a lot of people think, oh, he's on drugs, he's on all this, and he's way out there in orbit. But if you just sit back and think about it, everything he's saying, if you think about it, it does make sense.
Right.
You do think about a lot of that stuff, and I'm not saying he was telling 100% the truth and everything, but it makes sense what he said.
So a buddy of my dad's came up to me and told me, yeah, I was actually on Bloomquist's pit crew way back in the day. So we got buddies with him, and that was when I was real little. I heard the Bloomquist name basically first time ever, and glued to it since. I like to pride myself on a never quit attitude. Yeah. So if the car's still running, I'm going to try to finish the race. So just watching him win on 3 wheels, and like him and Earnhardt, my guys.
Oh yeah.
So
I was always a Gordon fan. I never got much into Earnhardt, but that was my family. They were all Gordon guys. So
hey,
I never got too much into NASCAR.
No, not really. I watch more old stuff than anything.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, same.
I watch a lot of old dirt videos and all that stuff. But I don't watch it for the drivers. I watch it for the cars.
Exactly.
I watch what they're doing and how they're doing it. That's what I go to a lot of races for. I walk around the pits and I kind of eyeball some stuff.
Mm-hmm. You learn a lot from just paying attention.
Yeah, that's a lot of the reason why I race with some of the big guys throughout the year. And towards the end of the year, I'll start doing some more of that. And I just follow them around the track and learn what they do and listen to the pitch of the motor coming through there. I can learn quite a bit on how they're doing things and what they're doing. So
it's pretty cool running with the Super Late models. Even if you think you can't really get there, you can still watch what they're doing and improve yourself.
Oh, for sure. Last year, at the end of the year, after I was done with IMCA, I put an open motor in. I went down and ran the Yankee with the guys for a few days. And first day we were pretty unfortunate. I broke the regular 4-bar bracket in qualifying and just couldn't get put back together in time. I started the feature. I ran without the bracket. I just bolted the rods right to the chassis and ran without a regular shock and wrapped around the axle tube. Went out, got my start money and pulled off. And next day I came back home. I got a bracket off my current Darlington car. I was a little nervous on doing that, but I got that out, put on the right rear shock from that car, just an unaltered, no valve or anything in it. Just ran the same spring and everything, put that on there, and I started dead last in the feature. I made up to like 13th or 12th by the end.
There you go.
I made a gamble on choosing a hard tire, and I'm glad I did because Farley has a lot of rocks in it. She's pretty well used up by the end of that night. So
those are always fun.
Yeah, it's real cool running with them guys. But we didn't have near the motor that them guys got.
They're pretty big.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of guys running some big 480s pushing almost 1,000 horse. So
cool.
I was right around 825. So
I just love hearing people go, it's the same car as what they run at Darlington. No, it's not quite.
No, I know a lot of guys have thought I did that, and if you look at the picture, it's a different car. I had the same wrap on both of them last year, but each one has its own little quirks here and there, and that's why this year I kind of switched them up.
Switch them up, yeah.
Showed people, hey, I'm not running the same car in 3 different classes.
Right, exactly.
I'm not
well, it would be more fun just to lie to them and say, I'm just taking my slow car and running with the big car.
Yeah, I didn't want people thinking that I was a cheater.
Right.
I didn't want that out there for my
That's the worst thing. I hate that.
Yeah, I've had a couple run-ins with that this year. And I said, I'm not cheating. I'm not out here to
Well, when you win all the races, they're going to start calling you a cheater.
Yeah, I've had a couple people come up to me and call me a cheater. And I said, well, if you're that proud, why don't you protest me and prove it? And they haven't did it, so. And I passed tech every time.
I love that.
Yep. You always
Same thing would happen to Jason Robbins. I love that.
Yeah.
When he got his motor tore down in there.
Yeah.
I tell you what you're going to find. It's junk. And then they open it up and they're like, what is this?
Still the best engine story yet.
I love it. I keep saying I need to get him on here. He was too busy to come on.
Pretty busy.
When he's not racing, he's still doing something.
Oh, yeah. Last year, my first year, which is 3 years ago in Darlington, I wasn't very good. I spun out a lot, and I got a different car last year. It was my car owner, or my uncle's old car from when he ran it, and I put that together, took it to practice, it felt real good, and I won my first feature there, and Robbins was the first one to come up and congratulate me in tech, and that kind of set me as a fan for him, and he kind of coached me throughout the year, and just said, keep your mind underneath you when I took the point lead, and said, keep your mind, and don't get too excited about too much and wreck it for yourself. He said you control your own destiny, and that was 100% true.
So, the biggest thing I love about him is he could have the best night ever and win.
Yep.
and he's going to ask you about your race before you ask him about his.
Yep, and that is very true. He did that multiple times this year, and even last year. I didn't get talking too much my first year. I was never in the tech, so last year I got talking to him quite a bit, and this year I've got talking to him quite a bit. And he's a super down to earth guy.
Oh yeah,
he's super cool.
I'm just a little four-cylinder guy, and he still asks me, "How'd your night go?"
Yeah.
Oh,
It don't matter what's last year, and we're all out there racing and having fun.
So yep.
None of us are getting rich at that. So.
No, God no. Somebody complained to me, and whether it was this year or not, they're like, "Well, they don't pay anything."
Yeah.
It's like, if you're racing for money, you need to get something else to do.
Yeah. The only people racing for money is Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah, they're winning $1 million races and stuff like that.
That's about it. And even then, I'm still willing to bet that they're still behind. They had to pay for everything on that car and get that rig up and down the road.
I don't care. You're running anything local, IMCA, anything, like, I don't care what it is. You're probably not going to make any money at your local track unless it's a big show.
For sure. And I know, Darlington's $300 to win. It don't matter what the money is. People want to race, they're going to come race.
They're going to get a good race.
Right.
The track is usually pretty good.
I've told Matt Chris however many times I've talked to him, and I said, you had the best track prep crew around that I've raced. And I said, last year I went down to Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, a lot of places. I said, and you have by far the best track I've ever raced on. And it's, even if there is a hole, he still gives you 2 grooves so you can go around it.
Exactly. You can find somewhere else to go.
Exactly. If you're brave enough, you can run the wall. And I'm not brave enough.
I don't blame you.
You think you are until you get to the corner, like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I've tried it up there a few times. It's bit me, and I ran the wall in Dubuque one night this year with SLMR boys and knocked my J-bar out. And I said, yeah, we ain't going back up there.
We had a couple good nights last year. We could run the wall and feel pretty good. But usually it's dried out. You try to go up there and about put yourself on the wall. You're like, I've had enough about that.
For sure. I get a kick out of all these races I go to. And I'm not saying I'm good by any means. I run good sometimes I run bad, but I see a lot of racers just coming after hot laps. You race, they don't work on their car. I'm like, dude, you got to work on it throughout the night. The track's changing every class that goes out there. I said, I'll have my car up on the stands. Well, I'm after you guys. I'll still be wrenching on my car when you guys go onto the track.
Exactly,
I won't get to staging until about 3 laps left in your guys' feature. And
even we were messing with our car. We're a four-cylinder guy.
You gotta. I mean, I don't know what you guys can change or what.
Well, you can mess around with tire pressure. Sure. You can mess around. Like, I can feel, and that's another thing is, you got to run long enough to know what you're feeling.
Right, you got to be able to feel the car.
Like, if you can feel, the rear end's too loose, I can do this to change that, or, stuff like that. Like, I changed tire pressure just one night because we were sliding the car in the rear. And the four-cylinder, you don't want that.
For sure.
You kind of want that to stick and the front end to drive you through the corner.
I mean,
it's not like a rear-wheel drive where, I don't know because I haven't driven one yet, but you kind of feel like the rear kind of gets you going a little bit. But
with us, I don't know if we're necessarily sliding. I think it almost just looks like we're sliding the way the rear end is sitting in there because we got a lot of rear steering in the car. Our left rear comes forward. And, you know when you're sliding and you can feel the tires break loose, but you get to a certain point where you're like, okay, this is normal. At this point in the track, I got to be able to feel this. On this line, if I'm running high, I got to feel this. On low, I got to feel this. But you got to be able to feel how your car's reacting. You got to get on each part of the car. If you can't feel that, you got to start adjusting things or change your driving style.
Yeah. I love watching, like, late model guys especially.
Yeah.
I love watching, seeing who's driving with the throttle and who's driving with the brake or letting off or whatever. You can see how they're getting in the corner.
Yeah.
Like, down at Dubuque, I don't remember who the 12 is for some reason.
Ronnie Klein.
Yeah, I love watching him because one night I was watching him and he was clearly driving with the throttle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he'd let off just enough and just slam it back and just let it go. And he would just pull it away.
Yeah, it's a big part of that, and once the track starts slipping off, you don't want to throttle steer is what I like to call it. You're going to break your tires free. Big part of it is keeping your tires warm enough, but not too hot.
Too hot, yeah.
They'll end up sealing over, and there's some things to get around that, and IMCA is pretty cracked down on the tires. Not much stuff you can do there, where Darlington you can cycle and stuff. And some guys cycle, some guys don't. I'm not going to say what I do, but I don't want to give away my secrets.
Exactly. You're like us and can't touch them.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
You get your tires bought, put them on the rim, get going.
Yeah, we can't groove, but we can type, and we can't soft or nothing. We got to run the 12-inch wheels in Darlington. You got to run 14. So.
Right.
Yeah, everything's a tire game. for me anyways, and we got a lot of suspension stuff that comes into that too.
Yeah, that's one thing. 3 months into me race, I got to drive Hayden Hendrickson's old sport mod, the old one, not the one he had last.
Yeah.
But I drove that, and not well. I thought I was flying around the track,
for
but
sure.
I was probably like quarter that throttle, maybe something like that. And I was doing the old. I watch it in the movies: just turn left and then turn right and then go. You're fine.
Yep.
And that's not how that works.
No, it's not. It's a tricky thing to get.
You spit it out pretty quick that way.
I never drove a sport mod, but I'm driving a late model. It's pretty finicky.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get it out of your mind to slow down into the corner. You almost gotta drive it harder into the corner to get it to rotate through.
Mm-hmm.
That's what took me the longest to get used to, was driving it in harder into the corner to get it to come through. But you think you're gonna go in there and knock the wall down. I'm not saying you're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
He's got some experience recently, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, I didn't knock the wall down in the corner. I knocked the wall down coming out of the corner.
Oh, that's even better yet.
Yeah.
No, that was weird though, because I came out of the corner pretty straight. I felt the step out a little bit, but I got it fine. And then a guy was coming up next to me. I didn't feel any pressure. I didn't think he got into me, nothing like that. And then all of a sudden the car just took off right. And right in the gate opening over across the track. And, that sucked.
Always the gates.
I remember my uncle hitting the gate a couple years ago in Darlington, coming into turn 3, and that scared him pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, our video isn't the greatest, because our video looks like he just drove up, hit the wall, bounced off.
Yeah.
Well, there's a big hill there, like a berm there.
Yep.
You hit that berm, the car gets airborne, hits the fence midair.
Yep.
And then it goes kind of flopping over. Jason Unhoven, the flagman, said he was watching me. And he said, it landed in the middle of the track. He said, I was reaching for the yellow, and then I saw you take off. Like, well, I guess we're going green.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It ain't broke. Yeah.
Finished a half a lap down, but
At least you finished.
yeah.
I know, there's more seat time.
Finished half a lap down and still fit.
Hey,
Ain't that something?
We'll take it.
7 cars showed up, or 9 cars showed up for 2-3 weeks.
Well, I think that's every track.
Yeah.
Know.
How many cars are they up to now?
Total?
Yeah.
I don't know, like over 100.
Oh,
The last couple nights were pretty big.
yeah.
I love watching you guys get into the corner. Let's say that.
Do you?
If you watch some of my recent racing videos, I'll sit over there in 3 and 4 and just literally watch the entrance of the corner.
Yep.
It's really cool just watching it. And just take off.
Yeah, we really sing it in there a few times.
Oh yeah. And then to just hold a still frame and watch everybody whip past the gate, show you what kind of speed they're actually carrying.
I don't know. I don't know if we're getting the same speed as we are. Like, I'm a bottom feeder, and Robin's always been a top side type of guy, and Sweet's a bottom feeder. I'm not saying we're both getting the same speeds at the end of the straightaway from top to bottom, but
the top should be quicker.
Should be
because you can run it farther, but
should be in theory, but
depends on how you're getting in the corner. I guess
everything starts on corner entry. It's all about angles coming in. If you mess up your angle coming in, you ain't gonna exit with the same speed.
Exactly.
Or if I can exit on the bottom faster than the guy on the top, in theory, I should have more at the end of the straightaway. But I also got a lifter there. So there's ups and downs.
That's why I try to tell people, even race with us. A couple people were running into the back of me, and you need to keep going into the corner. I said, no, I'm lifted, so I get a better exit over there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you got to lift where I lift, but I'm lifted right here.
Yeah, if you're overdriving the entry of the corner, you're going to mess up your center and your exit.
You're just going to push to the wall. You're going to be slow coming off. All your momentum's gone.
Yep.
Especially if you want to run the top.
Oh, for sure.
Well, even the bottom, you're already slower coming in.
Yep.
So if you push in the middle, now you're even slower there.
For sure. I mean, when I run the bottom, I'm pretty well letting off way before corner entry. Just to be able to get it slowed down enough and get the car set to come through. In turn 1 and 2 anyways. 3 and 4 I drive in pretty deep.
Isn't that a weird feeling in your head? Just listening to the car just basically idle into the corner. You're like, you're like, I should be on the gas.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's nights where I'll change a gear for the feature or something, and I won't have any engine braking going on, and I can just kind of coast into the corner, try and keep my tires underneath me. And I think this year Matt Chris put some bigger tires in turn 1 and 2, where last year I could kind of carry my left front over them tires to get the center of my car over top of them. this year I can't. I got to run half group out. It's no big deal. It's fine. But
tires have been clipped a couple times
they
this
have.
year.
I clip them, I think, almost every lap, 1 and 2 with my left front. Just keep pushing them in. And
make the track wider, not the way they want you to do it.
I still end up over top of the tires by the end of the night if I'm doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
So, a few times I clobbered them pretty good and pulled my left front under.
They don't move very well.
No,
do
they don't.
No.
They end up bending a lot of stuff on those.
I can imagine because it's just that plastic nose and a bunch of bars. And
Yeah, we goes onto the frame goes into the frame just like round tube with a bolt coming in. Otherwise, you're pretty well done. Yeah, they don't weigh her in. I'm a 5'6" guy, 125 pounds, and I can take my nose off by myself and carry it around.
Yeah.
So there's not much there.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably about the same weight as I got a Camaro nose. It's
Yeah,
probably about the same as that.
Oh, probably.
Oh
Yeah. At least we got I guess it's not that much better. I've got a factory bumper. That's it for
Sure.
So if you run it in front of that, that's probably going to bend the frame quicker, actually.
Oh yeah. I've seen Malcolm bend a couple frames, and when he hit that pit opening in Darlington a couple years ago, he never hit anything with the back of the car, but it ended up bending the back of the car when he came down and shoved it over.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, but
just everything moves.
Yeah, when he hit it and the back end came down, he was still kind of sliding, and it grabbed and shoved the rear end over, and it wasn't too much, but the front end was pretty well trashed when he hit it.
Oh, I bet.
A guy gave me some advice my first year. He said, "You're going to hit the wall, and when you're looking at the wall, it comes fast.
It does.
There's nothing you can do. It
It does.
quick.
I almost willing to bet if you bend the car, someone might get faster.
Yeah, depending on how you bend them.
Yeah. If you bend them the right way, someone can get faster.
I know a couple of cars that I've heard of that said they bent the frame and actually made them turn better and everything.
For sure. Well,
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet, I'm in Black Diamond stuff, and David's got a Longhorn, and I know Klein's got a Capital and a couple Longhorns, and every car is built different. I got 2 Black Diamonds the same year, and each one built totally different than the other one.
Right.
One's got a little more bracing underneath, so some's got different bars here, some's got a different 4-bar bracket, some's got different suspension components on it. It's all about, I think, an early build, late build, mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
Because these guys
come up with different ideas how to do stuff.
Right, and each chassis manufacturer, the house car driver, like Brandon Shepard or Brandon Overton,
continuously feeding them information.
Right, they're feeding them information, and they always get the newest car. And if that car's doing better than the old one that they had before, they're going to start selling that one and making that one, and then pretty soon the factory guy's going to get another new one towards the end of the year, and that might be the design for, say, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
If it works out, or they might keep the same design carrying over. And it's just cool to see over the past couple of years that I've been helping David and whatnot, and the cars he's went through, just to see how everything's built, how they're doing things with different chassis brands.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to hear about it. I don't know anything about it because I don't look that high up the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I look at the next level up and call it good.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough, when I started helping David when I was probably 15, 16, and I'm 20 now. I've been fortunate enough to be able to go to Eldora with him, and when he ran the million, and talk to a lot of guys, talk to Roberts with Garrett Alverson, he used to run Black Diamond stuff, he gave me pointers, and Jeremiah Hurst, down in Dubuque a couple times, and he's helped David out. Ron Klein, he's helped me a bunch over the past couple years. When we set up in the right direction, Chad Simpson, I can call him any time of day, night. He shoot me in the right direction with that stuff. So I'm pretty fortunate on that side, and it's helped me out and sped up my process of learning what to do.
You're kind of not in the dark.
Right. That's really helped me out a bunch.
There's nothing more scary than being in the complete dark when you jump into something like that.
Especially, around here, a lot of guys don't run brand new cars or have setup sheets for them. If you can't start with a base setup, like a lot of guys buying used stock cars, sport mods, late models, anything really, if you don't have a baseline setup to go off, you're never learn how to drive it. You got to start where the chassis manufacturer says, and you got to tweak it to your liking.
Right.
Say I could put you in my late model, and you might hate the thing. And if you figure out your own stuff, and I hop in it, I might hate the thing.
Exactly. Every single driver is different.
Yeah, always.
So how many tracks do you think you've raced?
Oh boy. Does this include snowmobile stuff too, or are we?
Sure, we'll go out there.
Yeah.
We've never had a snowmobile racer out here. So.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly.
Sugar River Raceway, Eagle River, Ironwood, Wausau. I ran Darlington, Dubuque, Kokota, Farley, Adams County Speedway in Corning. If I remember, I'll tell you, but that's at least 9.
9 of them, yeah.
At least 9. Davenport, ran Davenport, there's 10.
You run Lancaster at home? When we
Lancaster,
there you go.
11.
There's 11.
There's
Yeah,
11.
yeah.
Yeah, I've ran quite a few around here.
Yeah.
We'll start branching out a little bit more, and once you figure some stuff out, we'll
Oh,
branch out.
That's what I'd like to do. Just kind of get more tracks under my belt. We jumped down to Makoko and they moved the Dirt Nationals down there.
Yep, you almost got to do that. Oh, Tipton, I ran Tipton. You almost got to do that, and just to feel different tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You can take a setup from a different track, and try and run it at your home track.
Makoko is nothing like anything up here, I can tell you that.
Oh,
right
no,
now.
it's not.
So I'm used to like Darlington, Dubuque, and Lancaster.
Yeah.
Dubuque and Lancaster are pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
They're not exact, but they're similar.
Yep.
And then Darlington, it's like 3 and 4 is pretty similar to those guys.
Right.
1 and 2 is its own thing.
Yeah,
And then you get the Makoko, and it's a quarter-mile track.
Yeah.
And it's just forget everything you know. Like you can't wind the car out as far. You can't do anything like that.
I know that's some of our boys, David raced with them quite a bit this year, and they know we're from around Darlington area, and I race Darlington weekly, and a lot of the guys will come up and say, "Well, you run for a gear, what are you doing in 1 and 2 to get through there?" And I said, "Well, I ain't going to tell you what to do, but once you go out and hot lap, you got to make sure you get that car turned coming into turn 2.
Yeah,
You're going right into the wall."
Yeah. I know that guys like Kyle Hoffman once told me, he said, if you're waiting for turn 2, you're going to be in the wall because you're not going to find it.
Yeah, you ain't. Nope, you got to
1 and 2 is basically 1 quarter.
Yeah, you got to.
1 turn.
You got to get that car set, and you got to get it pointed to come out. Otherwise, yeah, you're going into the wall.
Sure.
So,
And through all those tracks you listed, you got anyone that pops out as your favorite?
Kokota.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Makoko design with no wall.
Yeah.
That's why I like that track.
More forgiving or what?
More forgiving, yeah. You can drive it off deeper and not worry about hitting the wall.
Yeah.
Just don't do it in the quarter. Like,
Right.
The middle.
Right. But Darlington, I think, would be my all-time favorite for racing on and watching.
Right.
Just because of how it's laid out with turn 1 and 2. Because I've never seen another track like that, and it's very, very unique.
Makes it super interesting to figure out. Watch.
And I've seen guys that come from out of state that run, say, Makoko, Tipton, down there, that area, come up to Darlington and go through 1 and 2. They might look like sausage. Yeah. And they might be the best driver down there, and up here they might not be any good.
Right.
And that's just cool to see how us guys up here can go through that because we're used to it,
And very rarely do you see the guy up front pull away by very far.
Yeah.
Unless your name's Bone Larson.
Yeah.
Besides that.
He's got turn 1 and 2 figured out.
Oh, yeah.
I like watching him in the mod.
Him and Jason. Jason can get around that thing.
Oh, he can too.
Whichever time you need him to figure it out.
Yeah.
If you're covering his line, he's like, whatever, I'll just go here.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I always say. Those two right there can get around Darlington than anybody out there.
They've had a lot of laps up here,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure how long Robbins or them guys
over 25 years, I think he said. We asked him.
He's had a lot of laps around here in 25 years.
Oh, yeah. Him and Hoffman are the ones that basically got me into it.
Yep.
Grew up just hearing from Benton. We're like, I'm from Benton.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always cool to see some other guys from the place you live or around your area, not just necessarily your hometown.
Right, because you got Monroe. Who's over there? I forget. Name-wise, anyway.
Me and David, and
that's right.
I think that's really it.
That's about it. There's a couple of them that are kind of close. Yeah.
I don't think he races anymore, does he?
No.
I know he goes to the track a little bit.
Right.
Stam, he's from Orangeville. He's from, 20 minutes from us. 5. I guess that's close.
It's kind of what we do. We call it Benton, even though it's it's lead mine.
Yeah.
Shellisburg
Right.
is kind of, sometimes they say they're from Benton. And,
Yep. And Joe Graves from Broadhead, he raced a few years ago. That's from my area. And I don't think there's really many drivers from that way. I think it's all once you get to Lafayette County side and this way.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people drive super far just to go to Darlington.
For sure.
Like, there's people that live down by Freeport. There are people that are over by can't remember the name now all of a sudden, but
there's a couple guys in your class from Arizona, wasn't there?
Yeah, but I think they're living down by Chicago.
Are they?
But they're still listed from Arizona.
Sure.
That's crazy.
And one of them, they're both buddies. One of them took the other one out.
Yeah.
We were watching them load that thing. Like, holy
That's
crap!
right.
Well, the back half looked like it was a tube chassis car, and it broke the whole shock mount and everything off the car.
Oh, really?
So there was no hub there anymore. There was no shock mount. Everything was broke off. They had it up on a tow truck as high as they could get it, and they had a guy driving it inside trying to get it up onto the trailer. And then his buddy's like guiding him on, telling him what to do. And it caught traction and launched him off the side of the trailer. We're watching it going, oh, this could be really bad.
Yeah.
You know, you get more drivers. The better track you got, more drivers along.
Oh, yeah. And they're happy with it. They came back the next week. Not with both cars, but they came back.
That's the thing, you know. If you can have a good track, you can get a couple new guys there. Then new guys are going to say, hey, this track is good. They're going to go back home and tell their buddies and whatnot. And, hey, you might have.
Like Lee Kinsella says, we are very spoiled where we are with how the tracks are.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go farther away, and they're completely different.
Yep.
And I don't have much experience being on tracks like that, but just hearing them and kind of watching how the track turns out.
Yeah, just from my point of view, I guess, with late model side of stuff, not my Darlington one because you can't run hold down shocks on, but IMCA and everything else, you can get the higher price shocks and you can hold down different corners and whatnot. A lot less suspension travel once you get it up on the bars, as we like to call it. And those ruts really take a toll on a guy when you're going through there when your shocks are held down.
Yeah.
So it's not very forgiving. We'll put it that way.
You start watching them bounce a lot more.
Yep.
Breaking more parts.
Yep, for sure. I mean, just hitting a rut, we can knock out a spindle, you know. We don't even have to hit anything. Just go through a big bump or something, and there goes a spindle.
So, like Darlington a couple years ago, when the water truck broke, that small truck out there, the track felt like a rhythm section on a dirt bike track. There was more people coming off that track saying, I broke stuff and I didn't even wrap. Just driving.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the one bad night that I can remember. The track was just not good.
Which every track's going to have that, you know, once, twice a year.
Oh, yeah.
You can't stop the weather and what that's going to do. And the track more can do the best they can every time with Mother Nature always.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of tracks like little pop-up tracks, like the Dome, like they can just put up and tear down?
I love the Dome.
I love going there. We've been there.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there 2 years in a row. We're going again this year.
Yeah, I'll be down there this year. I went last year. I went down on a Wednesday night and I stayed till Sunday morning.
Yep.
And that Dome is a different place. That
it really
place is. I sat down on the backstretch in the front row, and that place is wild.
I think they got to put a bigger wall in there now.
They do have to put a bigger wall in
there.
there.
They put more baking in it last year.
Yeah, I think Bellows was the one that went through in the mods.
But had two go through. One went completely through.
Yeah, they're putting more cars on the fence than there is fence now.
Yeah, they're catching the fence now. That's the problem. There's so much banking.
I always tell people, you know, if you're going to run the Dome, you got to have a car saved that you don't like it.
A throwaway car
down there because you know it's going to come back, bet and jump no matter what you take.
Every car, too. Everyone.
The late models there are a huge show.
They are.
Like, the last 2 years have been nail biters to the end.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, if you look at the names that go there, you don't have a lot of your big guys that you will, like a Lucas show or a World Volleyball show. You get a lot of the, like the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series or Southern All-Stars. You get some of those drivers, you know, smaller names.
But even local guys getting voted in.
Right. And, you know, and that's cool to see for the super side of stuff. Gives them guys a chance because that track, everybody's equal. You have ruts.
There's nothing like it at all.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, Davenport went last year, you know, and I don't think he was there to win. I think he was there to sell T-shirts and there for the fans.
Super cool guy to talk to.
Oh, he is.
I talked to him in the pits that day.
Yep.
Because we get the 3-day pit. We get the 3-day pit pass and the 3-day pass. So we go sit there and watch the whole weekend.
Yep.
Go down and talk to them.
Yep.
This year we found out you can show up at 9 a.m. if you got pit passes.
Oh, can you?
We didn't know that before. We just waited until we were supposed to go to the show. Like, we got to get down here, talk as quick as we can, get up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently you can go down there basically all day.
That's a cool place. I think I'll end up buying a pit pass for one day. Just kind of walk around, talk to the drivers.
Get a lot of walking in, but it's cool to see. You get a whole bunch of freebie stuff. We had a bag full of just freebies. Like stickers. I'm not going to use them, but why not?
Throw them in.
Almost won an RV. That was pretty cool.
Might be worth money someday. Them stickers.
That would have been crazy.
The sim rigs are over there. Those are fun.
Yeah, I used to do quite a bit of iRacing.
I got a video of me doing the late models, whatever track they have you set up there.
Mm-hmm.
Not great, but I was.
I've did some iRacing stuff, and that is the closest thing you are gonna get to being driving a real late model. The only thing you're missing is the feel.
Yeah.
But I can put my setup on from say Darlington or my other car, put it on iRacing, it'll react the same. But it is very, very close without having an actual sim rig, to have your seat move and whatnot. I haven't drove one of them, but just at my house, it's very, very realistic the way the track changes, and now they're putting out updates for tire wear and tire temp and the late model side of stuff and the dirt side with mods. It's pretty cool to see what they're doing with that sort of stuff.
So like up in the Dells, not to get too off base here, but up in the Dells there was Knuckleheads, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Something like that. They used to have 2 NASCARs there, with like full body car on a full gyro scale sim thing. It had 2 seats in it, harnesses and everything.
Yep.
And it literally would pick the car up and go into the corner and everything. And we raced Daytona, and it literally dialed it out to the degree of what Daytona is. And you're sitting there going, "Oh boy!"
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. When I first started going to Eldora with my parents, they used to have this game called R Factor.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a sim rig there, and it was a full body late model, and the car would move. But with iRacing lately, I haven't seen any of that at any of the tracks with something that moves with a full body car.
Right.
So I don't know if they're working on something like that to start taking to the tracks. I think that'd be cool if, little kids walking around and said, "Hey, I want to do this."
Oh, yeah.
Hop in the car and at least get the feel of the car moving around.
You'll grow the sport, and you'll make money doing it.
Exactly. It's all about getting the kids in, man.
That's all I care. I could be the worst driver out there as long as somebody's there watching, having a good time.
Yeah.
You got to get
rooting for me or against me. I don't care. It's going to be fun for everybody.
Bloomquist said when they're saying blue, they're actually saying blue.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
And like Earnhardt at one point said that I don't care if they're booing or yelling as long as they're making noise.
Yeah.
It's just a blast.
Oh, it is.
And it's fun going around all the vendors and stuff.
Oh,
you don't
for
see.
sure.
Like we met, pit passes, but even then with the sim rigs, every day they had a new driver up there.
Yep.
So we met Tyler Carpenter. We met Chase Holland was up there at one point.
Yep.
And he was pretty cool. His car was cool because he had a whole bunch of fake money taped to
$100 bills. Yeah.
The first lap going around, it's like that's gonna suck to clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or Tim Nash braking, pulling off the track, and chugging a beer up the side of the track. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
We were actually on that car.
Really?
Tim Nash's car that year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks that they can't use that footage at all, but
yeah,
that was total. Everything you get there, and I've noticed on camera that place looks like way dustier than it is in person.
Oh, it for sure.
In person, it's like almost clear. You're
Yeah.
good. I mean, you're probably, if you got breathing problems, you're probably still going to have to wear like a mask.
Oh,
or something
for sure.
like that,
Yeah.
But more on your side, I guess. How long have you been racing? We jump all the way back to that stuff.
Yeah.
I've had breaks here and there, but late models, 3 years. This is my third year in a late model. Sleds, I did off and on, but probably 3-5 years. Oval and drag sleds. Go-karts, off and on, since 5.
Basically racing your whole life.
Yeah, I've been around cars my whole life and racing type of stuff and sleds.
If you saw what I did as a kid, you'd probably say I raced them, but I would never race anything other than I've been racing for almost 10 now.
Yeah.
But Stam raced snowmobiles too, didn't he?
Yes. So he would get sleds from where I work now. I work at Monroe Power Sports, and we were one of the sponsors and build some snowcross stuff for him. He's a little bit different than my side of the sled stuff. I'm more of an ice oval sort of sort of racer, and grass drags and down in Davenport on Thanksgiving, Turkey Day shootout, radar runs on ice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So when I was maybe 5th grade, right before I got out of elementary school, going to the middle school probably, we always have, you know where Yellowstone Lake is?
Yep.
Okay, so they used to have radar runs there. And my dad was a big radar run guy back then in the 90s and early 2000s and through 2010, 2012. And he bought a new sled in 2010 with a 1,000cc two-stroke up in Madison. And he took it to the radar run. And he needed more weight because he didn't have enough ice picks. So he put me in front of him on the gas tank and did the radar run. We went 122 miles an hour down the ice. He's sitting on the front.
Moving.
Just hanging out of the handlebar pad right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It was a lot of fun, and that's kind of what got me into speed. And oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was probably a big part of why I like what I was doing. And my dad used to do that saying, not like competition, but we go out on the trails and find a good straight stretch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. I'm all about speed.
And all we ever had was like old '80s VMAXs, or now we've got 2 like '97 Polarises. So
yeah, we got a couple '93 Thundercats here, and I got a CFR 800 for grass drags. The one heydays in 2010 year it came out.
there you go.
I bought that, and you got the 1,000 version of that. Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
I bet all of them things freaking move.
Oh yeah, there's fun. I went to Michigan this year and got on this nice grill bed, real smooth trail, nice, freshly groomed in the morning. You know, get out there at like 8, 9 in the morning, and my buddies up there. One guy had a 600 Skidoo and an 850 Skidoo, and the 850s, you know, they got a lot of balls coming out of the hole, but they're just not geared for the top end. You know, they're more of a wheelie monster. Same with 600, they 850 and 600 both topped out at like 105.
Right.
When I went by, I was at 110, and I let off coming in the corner at 116 and slammed on the brakes. I wasn't going to make the corner if I didn't let off. No, it's a lot of fun up there, and even my ice oval stuff, man. It's cold.
Oh yeah.
If you guys should sometime look up like an Outlaw 600 ice oval sled.
Yeah.
So it's a full cage snowmobile. I'm actually using a racing.
Oh geez.
I got a steering wheel and
That's
foot feet.
neat.
It's a 600 two-stroke design, twin pipe, turn 9,600 RPM down the straightaways with it, and got over 300 and some ice picks in it. It's a lot of fun, and you know, Eagle River is a big half mile, and we're going probably 90, 100 miles an hour in the corners around there.
Jeez.
It's modeled off a midget, is what they tell us.
Yeah.
You really got to pitch them in there, and it will stick. It's nuts. You pitch it in there sideways and hammer back on the gas, and it sticks.
Insane.
It's pretty
That
sweet.
would be pretty fun, yeah.
I gotta look that up. That'd be fun to even just watch.
Yeah, because the first one I went to in Eagle River this year was the World Championships, and I ended up second there. My primary clutch kept sticking. I couldn't come out of the hole. It was stuck in bush and went bad. And that kind of made me mad because I felt like I had a sled to win it. But, oh well, there's always this year. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
Then I look on my notes here and I see I got a dumb question. Your best season that'd be this year, obviously, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, like what, 4 in a row was it or something?
We're
like that?
3 in a row.
3
right
in
now.
a row.
3 in a row right now, and leading points. So last year, right now, I had the same amount of wins. Last year, I had 3, and I led points and won the championship. And this year, I have 3 wins and I'm leading points. So right now, it's
about
pretty
even
close.
with last year.
So now, if I can get another win and win points, I'll say this year's better.
Right.
So
Gotta go for it then, yeah.
it's hard to top last year.
You only got like 4 or 5 races there. No.
We got 3.
No, there's more than that, though.
Is there?
Yeah. We were supposed to have 6 left, counting today. Well, that might be counting Lancaster, maybe.
Yeah.
But so 5-ish
4 or 5.
today. So we got like 4 left.
Yep.
We'll probably rain that one out the next week because the track's underwater.
Oh, there's a lot of water. Right?
So there might be 3 races left, 4 races left.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be hard to beat last year. You know, second year in a late model, and you get 3 wins in a championship. And you're fortunate enough to run the Yankee, make the show, and come up to almost top 10. That's a pretty good season in my mind, and it's going to be kind of hard to top this year, but we're certainly going to try.
That's what I'm after, championship. That's what I'm after. We've been so close.
Well, I tell you what, it feels almost the same as no championship. You just get a trophy.
Hey, that trophy just to say, hey, I did that once.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
Well, that's what I race for every time, just a trophy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
That's
the
for sure.
plastic gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And
so, any advice you'd get to somebody? Okay, we'll split this into two. Advice for somebody buying a race car, just getting started, buying a race car. What would you give them advice?
don't buy junk and don't buy too old.
Yeah.
Because if you are going to start in anything other, well, I shouldn't say that, I guess. If you're going to start in racing, period, in a car, or a go-kart, for that matter, every year something changes and evolves.
Mm-hmm.
Even throughout the season, stuff is going to change. And if you're going to start, you got to get a car that's no older than probably 4 or 5 years. Otherwise, you're going to be way out in left field.
Outdated, really outdated.
And when you are outdated, you are going to be not very competitive. You don't have to go out and buy the best of the best or nothing. Just get something new enough and spend money in the right places.
Mm-hmm.
So your bodies don't win you money, your wraps don't win you money, your wheels don't win you money. Spend your money on tires, a good motor that's not going to grenade every 3 nights, and good transmission and drive. And you don't even have to have the best of the best shocks. If you can get a good shock package, you can run top 5.
Yeah. And to some people, that's enough.
That is enough. That is enough.
And
Yeah.
really, a Darlington, a top 5 car can win.
Oh, for sure.
Because it all depends on what happens.
Anybody in the top 5 can win. That's in every series. If you get a good caution, you get a good restart on the guy, you can drive it off into one. If you get ahead of him, it's always harder to pass the leader than it is to pass for the lead.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anything.
Even a slower car, it's hard to pass.
For sure. If you make your car really wide, you're going to be hard to pass.
Serpentine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And make it confusing. Go down on one, run the bottom one time, then maybe go up there. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Aggravate the guys behind you.
Some guys do that. That's pretty aggravating. Yeah. But
you follow them around, think you got it covered. You're like, all right, they're going to go here. Oh, they did go there.
And you get on the binders really hard.
Yep. That happened to me last year with Chambers.
Yep.
He was leading the way, and I followed him around because it was a 1-lane track. And
yep.
Like, all right, his car's pushing right here. I'm going to pull out and drive around him on go to the straight stretch. Well, he slammed on the brakes. And when he slammed on the brakes, I barely ran in the back of him.
Yeah, and that crumpled so much. Just a little hit.
Well, that wasn't even this year. No, this was last year.
Oh.
This year was the frame got bent.
Yeah, and all he did was tap the
wall.
Yeah.
We fixed the frame. And then Walter got in front of me, and he kind of got into somebody, so he got on the brakes. Well, his car goes up in the air when he hits the brakes, so I drove underneath of him and hit him like in the tire, basically. Not hard, but just shoved my frame back again and messed everything up.
I can't believe y'all fixed that so easily. I know it wasn't easy, but
it was basically forget everything that's in the front and get a brand new front end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from straighten out the horns, and then had to get a new K-frame, new shocks, new everything. It was bad.
Yeah.
Then you got to start at zero. The K-frame's gone, the rack's gone. Now you got to redo all your suspension.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and your rack was just shattered too.
Our K-frame was like bent up and back.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not a good time.
Our rack and pinion, I guess, was cracked for a while, and I didn't really notice it. I got hit in Lancaster, and then we figured it was fine. And we went to Maquoketa, and the thing would just push and push and push. And it felt like I was driving a dump truck. It was that heavy.
Really?
Well, something's not right here. We took it up apart this year, and it was snapped. There's 2 inches of space between that's supposed to be connected. And the mount that's supposed to hold it solid over here must have wore out because the whole side of the rack is just going like this. So your toe and everything you set up over here, it's doing whatever it wants.
You got a lot of bumps here.
Yeah, exactly.
On the go toe.
Yeah.
Hit a bump here. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But that kind of covers the advice for hopping into like a rear wheel drive. I say hobby stock because that's what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Gonna get into that once it's done.
Yep.
I guess in closing, Have you seen any of our episodes at all?
I've seen a couple.
What do you think so far?
Other than the first two.
This is kind of us like getting feedback kind of thing.
I think it's a good thing, and to get more publicity for the racing around here. This is what you guys are doing, and it's great. There's room for improvement in everything.
Oh, definitely. Trust me, I know.
Oh yeah, everything you do, it don't matter what you're in. You might think you got something perfect, but there's always somebody out there doing it better. That's with everything.
Yeah.
So, just from what we told you before we got going, we know what we screwed up on. But
I'm just surprised he's got so many drivers on here. It's been crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got a whole plaque.
Oh yeah, and the more drivers you get on here, they got a fan base. Their fans are going to watch. They're going to go tell people, and
that's
might
the
branch
goal.
out farther. That's what you got to do.
And like you can attest to this, I have never messaged you other than maybe once before today.
Yep.
And then we had a guy cancel on us.
Yeah.
Well, reschedule.
Yep.
Because we had something going on.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, I better message as many people as I know right now. But you know what? It would be. I just kind of stopped for a while. I'm like, well, I can't get anybody. We'll just cancel the show. I'm like, wait, it'd be really cool to get him on because he's having a great year this year.
Yep.
And I'd forgotten how good of a year he had last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. There's a lot of awesome stuff in here.
Yeah.
The last two have been awesome.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I really appreciate you coming on.
Wow.
I feel like most of our guests, we could probably talk for hours.
Oh, yeah.
But this has been episode 19.
19. Yeah, it's been pretty
One
good.
more to the death rate of the podcast.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching. And
until next time, folks.
Yeah, thank you.
Blade.
hey guys, don't forget to like,
Comment
and subscribe
to the Beers and Gears podcast.
Come on, people!
I just wanna race.